Oh, well, here, I happen to carry an axe around with me at all times, so go ahead and borrow mine. Let's take a little sit rep. We're fucked. We're doomed. We haven't a chance. It has been sort of brought to our attention that there may be some kind of town-wide conspiracy. And if we, I mean, I have a feeling that if we inquire about this in a way that isn't careful enough, we're going to fucking die soon. There's a festival coming up. I know that. I feel like it's all going to revolve around that. That's not, like, evidenced. That's just, like, picking up on storytelling beats, I guess, but there are a lot of concerning things going on. First of all, that game of Old Bachelor was pretty much a demonstration that all of these girls can psychologically run rings around us without a fucking shadow, without even breaking a sweat. We're bested and outwitted by them with ease, and we don't even see it coming. And it's like multi-layered. It's in ways that we can't even have comprehended ever. They've already read us. They already know us. We're also fucked because this media is already scaring me. Like, genuinely, I've already been scared by this media now. I have to say that. I have to, I want to think about why I got so scared last time, and I can boil it down to a few things, both involving the storytelling and the situation. Firstly, I got really scared when that headline came up suddenly about the dismemberment. It was a mix of the jingle. The jingle was really well done. That was a really good sort of representation of just an incomprehensibly horrible piece of information reaching you. And I think what really made it effective was that there was no on-screen effect or anything when that headline came through. There was no sort of blur. And there was no preamble. There was no Nonakeichi saying, and that's when I saw it. Or, oh, what's this? It was just suddenly, it was thinking, it broke his train of thought because he just saw it there and then. Not only is that a really well done way of being like, this is a shocking development, but it also means that I can't trust anymore to click the mouse because they don't telegraph that shit at all. It just happened. It's also the sense of isolation in this scenario that we're in right now, because, I mean, I don't know if Keiichi has figured it out yet, but I sure have. There's nobody we can go to apart from maybe that photographer, but even then, he's an out-of-towner. We don't know if we'll ever see him again. We don't know if we can trust him necessarily. He's just an out-of-towner, but we can't go to anyone in town about this. Because as far as I can tell, this town's ride or die with each other. If we go around and start asking questions to people in our big fucking mansion that sticks out like a sore thumb, then it's like we've stapled a piece of paper to our forehead that says, kill me, kill me. I'm asking too many questions. So, that being said, I'm really excited to press on because even though it puts us in extreme peril, I really want to find out more. Maybe I won't feel so bad when I know. Maybe I'll know who I can and can't trust, because at the moment, every waking moment that we spend in this town is going to be one of doubt and fear. So let's continue. We continue Chapter 4 of Chapter 1. The function of this school as an educational facility is fairly questionable. Our PE class is exceptionally disorganised. The only thing we do together are the warm-ups at the start. The teacher isn't even there after that. All we do is play together. No helping it, everyone's a different age or gender. The only rule is that we have to stay on school grounds while exercising. All the little kids were gallivanting about. Well, they certainly are being active. They might be getting plenty of exercise, but the Board of Education probably completely forgot about this school. Sorry to keep you waiting. We're all together now. What shall we do today for PE? Alright, we have all of our members gathered now. Now then, class representative, what shall we do for PE today? What shall we do? You scare me the most now. No, you don't, actually. You still don't, but... Explosive power and endurance. There are no friends in the world of sports. Everyone is a rival. The only thing you can trust in is your own body. Yeah, the only thing I can trust in is my own body right now, too. I can't trust anyone else. Ah, I hate this. I love it. I hate it. What the heck do you mean by that? You really read too much manga. I quipped without missing a beat. And so we'll be taking a lesson from history. The tried and true king of all outdoor melee events. Let's play tag. It was quite the adorable choice to make after playing it up so much. Just what I was hoping for. That dunderhead Keiichi-san shall be the first one to be it. I won't be beaten. Oh damn, the confidence. I'll try my best too. You can't beat me. Why are you guys all so into it? The third rule of our society. You must partake in the game, enjoying it without question. That's a bit fucked up. That's a bit toxic. Then this counts as a club activity? Everyone smirked at each other. They all seemed pretty confident. I'm a man. Physically, I should be able to keep up with any girls my own age. Bro, you sound like that one fucking old tweet of like. But it's that statistic about like how 80% of men or something think that they could beat Serena Williams at like a round of tennis or something, or just one, not even a full game, just a single thing. And it's like I step confidently onto the court. Serena Williams is there. I feel like she'd look nicer if she smiles. She serves the ball at 100 miles an hour, taking my head clean off. We deserve to lose, is what I'm saying. Regardless, Mion and Satoko looked like they were aiming for victory. And Reina was looking at me as if pitying my disadvantage. Fine, tag. I'm in! My yell echoed across the school grounds. These were the rules. Anyone who was able to evade being tagged before the bell was a winner. But we didn't switch who was it. The ones who were tagged by it also became it. So the number of people who were it could increase exponentially. Oh, it's like Manhunt. That's what we called it in primary school, where I was from. We called it Manhunt. That was like tag, but, with an increasing size of people who were it. I never won. I wasn't very good athletically. I could get about halfway through the game, mainly because I was such a, like a low-value target that people will probably look past me until, pickings became thin. But, yeah, no. I don't think I ever won. I feel like I'd remember if I won. I remember the one goal I scored playing football. That was immediately discounted because the team decided that I wasn't actually playing. And school sucks. The endgame would become a hellish siege. They call the version we're playing here zombie tag, you see. I see. Anyone infected by a zombie turns into a zombie. Why do we make it sound so scary, I wonder? I wonder. As soon as I catch Raina, I'm gonna tear out her entrails while she's still alive. Gross, Keiichi-kun, that's gross. Rika-chan placed her hand on Rina's head as she panicked. Don't worry. Before Keiichi gobbles you down, I'll eat you up gently. Rika, that isn't comforting at all. Both Mion and I nodded deeply. So the first it. How do you decide who's the first zombie? With rock, paper, scissors? Well, it is class time after all. Let's decide by answering questions. I'll ask the questions, and the one who isn't able to answer is the zombie. Okay, so you're guaranteed not to be the zombie. You sneakster. You fucking sneakster. You think that you think... If you think Keiichi isn't going to be wise to that, then you got another thing coming to you. I have no idea which grade level they're coming from. He's not wise to it. He didn't notice. He didn't notice. Oh shit. What does the Japanese word roku mean? Quick save? Huh? I was bewildered by the sudden question. Mion repeated it. So you need to answer. What's roku in English? It's 6. How about Kutsushita? Sucks. What's the third last letter in the alphabet? It's X. What does seibetsu mean? Of course I know that that is. Satoko cut herself off before finishing the answer. I see, it's quite a lewd question. What did I just fucking say? Yeah, 1 minute. Did I just get fucking pranked? Private window. Oh, sex. Oh, okay, fucking fuck's sake. You're an adult, aren't you? Of course you know what it is, right? I certainly do. Of course I know. Then go ahead and say it. That, you know. That. Why are we doing this? What does that mean exactly? Oh, for fuck's sake. Can I volunteer to be the zombie? Just end this right now. Don't take her home, it's a crime. If I didn't nip it in the bud, she really might have tried to take her home. Mion's pursuit was relentless, making Satoko stammer. Now then, go ahead and say it nice and loudly. What does that mean? I do know. I do know. That means a person, thing, idea, action, or event which has been previously indicated in concept. Context. That. Oh my god. Huh? All of us were a bit surprised by Rika-chan's unexpected answer. I see, well, it certainly is what that means. I mean, that's impressive, because I wouldn't know how to define a word like that. It's just such a sort of all-encompassing word that I wouldn't know how to define that. That could have been awkward. I wonder what I would have done in Satoko's position. I'd probably get ticked off and blurt out you-know-what at the top of my lungs. I wouldn't want you as an enemy, Mion Sonozaki. Fucking, yeah, well, you know. Prepare for the possibility. Thank goodness you were born a girl. If you were a boy, you'd probably be a perverted arsehole. Hey, equality win, okay? Girls can be perverted assholes. It appears I have no choice. Unfortunately, I, Satogo Hoju, shall assume the role of the zombie. I shall eat everyone. Seems like she's raring to go. All I must do is count to 100, correct? Some jerks skip numbers while counting to 100. So you can start chasing after you solve this problem. Whoa, Keiichi-kun, give her a simple one, okay? 1/5 of a cake, 1/6 of a cake, and 1/7 of a cake are all on a plate. Oh no! There are no common denominators? Satoko grabbed a stick in the panic and began drawing a cake in fractions on the ground. If Satoko, who can eat one cake in 60 seconds, eats all of them, how many cakes are left on the plate? 0. Just as I finished giving the word problem, Mion shouted. Ready, go! There are no cakes left! If you eat all the cakes, you have no cakes left! On Mion's signal, everyone but Satoko scattered. Keiichi-kun, that wasn't a problem at all, was it? Satoko had already lost the moment she started working it out. She's eating it all, so of course there's nothing left on the plate. Everyone dashed off in the direction they thought was best. Knowing the lay of the land, they had probably headed right to the best spots. It was obvious I was at a disadvantage, but in a way, this could be our advantage. Because Satoko knows the best spots too, so she'll check those first, surely. And if we find something a bit out there, then we might be okay. I think I'm being foolish and assuming that I can outwit these people. But, I don't know. I like to hold hope in my heart, you know? I don't want to just assume that I am screwed. At a time like this, it would have been more effective to go along with those trained in survival skills, like Mion, for example. The fact that I didn't realise it at the start of the game probably hurt my chances. Glancing back over to the school grounds, I saw Satoko just rising up to start. She was really, really mad. Yeah, you also pissed off the Seeker. You're now prime target number 1. You really don't help yourself, Keiichi. You get him oh, God. Well, okay, it's worth it for the hijinks. She got tripped up on such a dumb question. I stood at one of the corners of the school. I had clear sight lines in 2 directions and would probably have a good response time if any zombies started closing in. For the time being, I caught my breath and focused on what I was trained to think during club activities yesterday. Now think calmly, Keiichi Maibara. If I was it, what would I do? Increasing my numbers would be the shortcut to victory. Then going after the weakest player first is the obvious plan of attack. Meaning, me! Now then, where could Keiichi-san possibly be? I shan't let you escape. But of course, what would be the best method to track me down? Footprints or smell, or maybe some type of trail? If I could craftily hide my tracks, there would be no trail for Satoko to follow. But I was no detective. Would I be able to do that kind of thing in an amateur game like this? This isn't an amateur game. These people are playing like their lives are on the line, which one day they might be. Tomita Okamura. Have you seen Keiichi-san recently? What the heck? Do zombies hunt their prey by asking nicely where they went? Tomita-kun and Okamura-kun pointed to the location where I was hiding. After confirming she was heading in this direction, I abandoned my position. It wasn't easy to hide myself with all those little kids running around as they pleased. It was becoming even more obvious that I was at a disadvantage for not being familiar with these surroundings. If that's how it was going to be, then to confront this intelligence-gathering zombie, I'd just counter it in a similar vein. I approached some girls playing with a ball. I'm sorry, but could you relay this message? Tell Satoko Hoju that her parents are at the gate, please. Message, ah ha ha ha. Okay. I stopped the girls as they turned to run off. Wait, don't go yet. Also, take this one to Mion Sonozaki. Tell her the teacher is calling her to the gate. Oh, I've just realised the problem with this. Because what's going to happen here is Mion is going to be smart enough to be like, oh hey, who told you that? And, you know, it'll be traced back to us. Or, even more simply, these girls will just be like, oh hey, Keiichi said this. It's like, this is pathetic. It could work, you know, it's got the potential for a good plan, but I don't think it will. If things went well, then Satoko and Mion would run into each other at the gate. Wait, hold on a minute. Tell Satoko that her parents are at the gate. Do you mean her parents that don't ever give her food? Because she has to get it from Rika? Those parents? I fear we've made a crucial fucking error. Oh no. Okay, well, let's just see how it goes. She'd figure out a way to escape. Oh, it would put me at a disadvantage if more people were it, but this was Mion we were talking about. She'd figure out a way to escape. But that was just fine, as long as it bought me more time. Mwahaha, dance for me, Mion and Satoko. In the palm of my hand. Having my fill of playing the con man, I looked for a place to hide. If you think about it logically, I'd only brought myself a scant amount of time. And it might even come back to bite me. Once it became apparent I'd start spreading false information through the messengers, I could end up being the recipient of one of these messages. Satoko would probably ask the messengers to help her look for me. That would mean there would be more zombies than participants in the game. The virus that was brought about by my mischief could cause an epidemic. All my classmates would transform into zombies and would only be searching for me. This tactic might backfire horribly. Yeah. The consequences of your actions. You don't think things through, do you, Keiichi? Also, I love the... You know, like, it's a pretty scary thing to imagine, you know, having to hide in a situation where literally everyone is out to get you. That sure is a scary situation to be in, Keiichi, isn't it? Isn't that scary? Being completely alone in a situation where everyone is out to get you. Fuck's sake. Okay, hold on a minute. Well, trembling at the thought of the impending dawn of the dead, I began searching for a safe house. I found a shed by the incinerator behind the school. Why is there an incinerator? I mean, I know why there's an incinerator. I know what incinerators are for. But there sure is an incinerator. After climbing up to the roof, I held my breath. It wasn't a bad place to hold out. I certainly doubt that Satoko's making her way up there. But that's the first doubt is the first mistake. Not only did I have a good line of sight, but if necessary, I could jump off in 3 different directions. You're so visible. It was getting rowdy down there. The lower grades were running around below the shed. My Bara-san isn't around. Is he over there? Nope. Where's Keiichi-san, I wonder? His dad is at the front gate. Oh my god. That was definitely a lie. The word gate, the same one I'd used, gave a hint of revenge. So Mion was behind this. I was still keeping one step ahead of the game. Felt bad for my underclassmen, but they'd have to search until the school bell. Hey, do you know where Keiichi-san is at? His mum suddenly got really sick. A message from my Bara-san. They said his house caught fire and he needs to come to the gate. A jumbo jet fell on top of the Maibara residence. The police have come to question him. Anything goes now. They say he enjoys peeping into bathrooms. Oh, what is that fucking, huh? Is it true that he's going around every night stealing panties? Oh shit, man. You have to decide what is more important now. the victory in this one game or your integrity and your reputation. Imagine if rumors started being spread around you about you in this small town and you had to hide away from absolutely everyone because of them. Imagine that. Who were they talking about? I heard he wears panties on his head and smells them and stuff. No way I would do that. I heard that class representative Mion was a victim too. What? You've been goaded. Successfully. This was your doing, Mion. Calm down, Keiichi Maibara. This is Mion's battle tactic to flush me out. Just hold on. If my underclassmen thought about it logically, they would know it's all nonsense. They're children, Keiichi. Well, small kids don't think about things logically. To them, all of those things were true, so they chuckled together while looking for me. At this point, you might as well go all in. You're already a pervert who wears underwear on your head. I don't think that's going away now. You might as well let the rumours grow and win hide and seek. It would impress your compatriots greatly if you stuck by your guns and hid, resisting all urges to come out and sort of quell things. Bwahahaha! I win, Neon. It's my victory. Bwahahaha! Wiping unrelenting tears away, I felt intoxicated by my own victory. Did you hear? I heard that the new transfer student Maibara-san is a really perverted person. Oh no. The cost of beating Mion had too high a price. Someone passed below. That's Reina and Rika-chan. Rika-chan, you're still okay? I'm getting by somehow. Cool. Seems Mi-chan is it as well. Mion? It couldn't be. She'd become it because of my little strategy. Don't believe this for a second, you fool. This confirmed that Mion was behind this relentless message war. Then, this wasn't good. He finally got away from Mi-chan, but Satoko-chan, she's... Satoko is searching around the pipe, so we should be safe here for a while. Upon hearing that, I breathed a sigh of relief. While Reina was slumped on the ground breathing heavily, Rika-chan had started creeping up to her. Rika-chan doesn't normally make noise when she walks, but it's strange. It couldn't be. Whoa! Rika-chan? What is it? What is it? Huh? Don't worry. I had never seen Rika-chan smile so creepily before. Why are you coming closer? Why? Rika-chan isn't a zombie, is she? Don't be scared. I'll be sure to eat you gently. No way! Rika-chan, no! Reina was pressed against the wall and Rika-chan lurched forward with both arms out, just like a zombie. Reina quaked with her back pushed up against the wall. It was quite a surreal scene of horror, like one of those zombie breakout videos you'd see. At that moment, Reina's eyes met mine. Keiichi could save me! Zombie Rika-chan turned 180 degrees, Exorcist style, and glared at me. Found him! I see Kei-chan! Mion popped out from behind the cinder block wall around the garbage dump, also seeing where I was. My position was only advantageous when there was one zombie. Being surrounded was not good. You said you located Keiichi-san? I could tell that Satoko was rushing my way. It seemed that Rika-chan had let Reina escape, and now she was baring her fangs in my direction. Bleh, bleh. Come on down, Kei-chan. The three zombies circled the shed, moaning curses. You guys are scary. Too scary. I wonder how Keiichi-san's guts taste. Keiichi-san! Oh no. We're begging for someone to save us. I saw Rainer apologising to me from across the schoolyard. An apology. Sorry. Leaving me for dead? Rainer! I leapt off the roof out of fear, slipping as I landed. Totoko and Rika jumped on top of me, and after straddling me, they tickled me all over my body. Oh no. Is this how the zombie virus gets spread? So this means Rainer is still left. There isn't much time until the bell. Damn you, Rainer. How dare you leave me for dead? The feelings of a zombie. I understood how vengeful ghosts with lingering regrets felt. It's sad. So sad. It's a sad, sad situation. But Keiichi is one of us now. It felt like I'd been bitten by a vampire, and was now one of their thralls. It was a strange feeling being welcomed over to the side that pursued me. Zombie tag is quite profound. This is no time to postulate. We must capture Rainer! The principal is walking down the hall. The bell will ring soon. To devour Rainer, I, who had been turned into a demon of vengeance, needed to use any means necessary. A demon of vengeance, you say? This reminds me of that tabloid we read. Everything reminds me of everything now. That's it. Except I wasn't just a zombie. I was a master of the night. A vampire! Using the same trick that had tightened the noose around my own neck, I used my classmates to further my evil designs. I gathered up the lower grades from around the school grounds. Everyone listen. Rainer's in big trouble. All of you please look for Rainer. It's a bigger problem than a jumbo jet crashing into your family's house? Oh yeah, it had turned into that, hadn't it? Leon whistled nonchalantly, trying to avoid the blame. Yeah, it's not even in the same league as jumbo jets. What fell on Rainer's house was a space colony. A space colony? Yeah, it's a really big disaster. Everything in a 100-kilometer radius was obliterated. The good thing Rainer lives 101 kilometers away from school. But that's only the prelude to this tragic tale. This is the beginning. The start of a war for independence. By the propagandality of Zeon. Wow, Keiichi's a real storyteller. Unless this is... No, it'll be Mion. Is it Mion saying... I don't know who's saying this. No, it's us saying this. I remember now. What will happen? Will the Terran Federation lose? If things go on like this, they will. Only one person can defeat the Red Comet. That person is Rainer Ryugu. The lower grade students all gulped. It seems I've made them fully understand that the fight for Earth was lost without Rainer. And in the time it took to tell this story, the principal had got on his bell and started ringing it. Now scatter, comrades. We must find Rainer. My comrades in the lower grades let out an enthusiastic cheer and dashed off in various directions around the school grounds. There was still one person who hadn't gone. I thought even the Terran Federation's impulse wave diffusal cannon didn't work on the Comet Empire. You're close, that's the white variety of those comets. The reason it didn't work was because they didn't know the weak point. Of course, Rainer knows their weak point all too well. Ryugu-san is amazing. Satisfied with that, he also rushed off to look for Rainer. It does seem like there are some promising up-and-comers amongst the youngsters. Fucking hell. Well, Kei-chan's abilities. This old man knows them better now. It didn't really feel like she was complimenting me, but whatever. Really though, how exceptional Keiichi-san. This looks quite promising. If we have this many, we can win. With this many, we will win. I was thinking that Keiichi would have been a better nominee for the initial zombie. Wow, so I think next time we should kill Keiichi first. Rika-chan's words stung a bit, but I'd let it slide for now. Well, maybe it's a compliment. Maybe it's a, you know, maybe they respect our sort of ability to whip up a crowd in a frenzy, and that we would be a greater threat. Oh well. Not even Rena would be able to escape the entire class. As a result of everyone's thorough search, Rena was finally cornered in the back of the sports equipment shed. You're all scary. Keiichi-kun too. So scary. Probably was scary being chased around by the entire student body. Yeah. All the lower grades closed in on Rena, saying she was the only one who could save the world. What are you all saying? I can't control the mech. Rena, how could you leave me for dead? Are you ready to pay for it? I'm sorry about that, Keiichi-kun, but I didn't have a choice. Do not resist. Let yourself be devoured. Let's all be together. Now, Rena, say your prayers. Mwahaha! Rena had stumbled onto a mat, trembling with tears in her eyes. I closed in. Associating this situation with a similar, particularly immoral one made my pulse quicken just a bit. Shut up, you. Fuck's sake, shut up. Satoko and Rika-chan were both wiggling their fingers. They probably wanted to tickle Rena. Rena, wanting no part of what she knew was about to happen, went stiff with fear. Keiichi-kun, you wouldn't do mean things like everyone else, would you? Would you? I wonder. Oh my god. It's over. You have no more recourse unless the bell goes off right now. Okay, so long as it's Keiichi-kun. The face she made as he resigned herself to her fate made my heart skip a beat. I believe that Keiichi-kun won't do horrible things to me. My body won't move. That had to be some sort of anti-zombie mantra. The second my sense of reason chimed in, the beast inside me died instantly. There was the bell. Game over. Damn, she played us. She is not to be underestimated. Yay! I did it! I did it! I survived! Yay! Rena pranced around merrily as if a curse had been broken. Heh. So daylight broke in the nick of time and the evil zombie army disintegrated into dust. And so the heroine survives. Well, that's how it goes in the movies anyway. What are you postulating about? This is all because Keiichi-san was dawdling about! Punishment is required. Why? No, it's not. It's really not. It's fine. We were all playing our best. She just found a counter, that's all. It wasn't that I wasn't trying. I was subdued by Satoko and Rika-chan and once again sentenced to death by 100 tickles. That's a bad way to go. Then the award for surviving goes to Reina Ryugu and Mion Sonozoki. Yay! Huh? Mi-chan wasn't a zombie? Only pretended to be one. They say you need to deceive your allies before you can deceive the enemy, you know. Fuck's sake, man. Oh my god. Can't believe that shit. Can't believe she really fucking played us all like that. She's really good at deception. Me on, you little... Yeah. Hurry up and change, alright? Don't be late for the next class. Let go of me, Sadoko, Rika-chan. Having had my fill of being terrified to my very core by club activities, I solemnly swore I would have me on crying for mercy next time. Well, that was fun. Jesus Christ. How come every game I play with this fucking games club gets so intense? And yet, even so, it's kind of the calm bit where I have to sort of just psychoanalyze everyone for a little while before, I presume, school ends and everything goes to shit. Because that's the kind of loop I'm picking up on here. I feel like we do a club activity, and then we go home, and maybe some more stuff happens, we look into stuff. I feel like that's what's going to be happening. I need to know what day it is. I really need to know what the date is. Okay, so I've opened up my computer's calendar to June of 1983. I can't remember if schools in Japan... No, they do. They go to school on Saturday, don't they? And it's just Sunday they have off. Or I might be completely wrong. And also, this particular school is a bit of a wild card. Who fucking knows what rules they go under? But, you know, last time, I ruled it down to being 24th to the 29th was when the murder took place, or the 10th to the 20th. Really doesn't help us much. But I guess we optimistically say that we're probably in single-digit days right now, which means it's currently either like, you know, the week commencing the 6th of June. Well, it probably is. It's the week commencing the 6th of June, maybe. Maybe. Did it say the date at the very start of the game? And I need to check this immediately. I don't think it does, unfortunately. Oh well. Anyway, after arriving home, I quickly made preparations to head out once again. I had agreed to meet with Raina to dig Colonel Sanders out of that mountain of treasure from before. God, this game, man. Mum, do we have work gloves? I need towels too. Aren't they in the shed out back? The towels are by the sink. Brilliant. Now, alright. Now I was ready. Looking at me, my mum stared quizzically. What's going on, Keiichi? Where are you headed to in that getup? If they come to dump again illegally, he'll be buried completely and it'll be impossible to dig him out. And if that happens, Raina will undoubtedly go after the Colonel Sanders in front of the fried chicken in town. Bit of excavating, so my classmate doesn't become a criminal. Well, don't be out too late. Fuck's sake. Oh my God. Mum returned to the kitchen with a puzzled expression still on her face. Cutting through the woods as a shortcut to the dam site, I ran into someone. Oh shit, it's this guy, okay. It was Tomitake-san. Probably taking pictures of wild birds again with that precious camera of his. It couldn't be that all he took pictures of was handsome young men in the twilight. Hey, long time no see. Keiichi-kun, right? My due regards. I expelled the rude imagery from my head and greeted him without inciting anything. By the way, was that girl an acquaintance of yours? He was probably talking about Raina. Guessing by the way Tomitaki-san was shaken up. Well, what was that all about? She was walking around with an axe, and she was laughing with a huge smile all across her face. That was Reina, without a doubt. It was probably because she could take it home today, so she couldn't hide her excitement. I can definitely understand that being a bit fucking concerning to see. I hid myself because I thought it might be dangerous. Should I call the cops to be safe? Well, it certainly would be quite a spectacle for a girl of her age to be roaming around with an axe. Tomitaki-san's reaction was the epitome of logical. It's fine, it's fine. Just leave her be. She's just wandering around looking for more victims. Tomitaki-san was alarmed by my crass response. Well, it's probably hard for normal people to understand Reina. I'll just toss a bunch of BS out there. If you were to be killed out here, she'd probably be the one to do it. Try not to snoop too much around here. Fuck's sake, man. I mean, at this point, it's like... the obvious outcome of this is us getting butchered to death by Reina. I wonder if it will be the obvious outcome or not. With a condescending smirk, I started off in the direction of the dam site where Reina was waiting. Before I got too far, Tomitaki-san abruptly called out to me. Keiichi-kun, is that meant to be a warning for an outsider like me? Oh, we were saying that to him. I didn't mean that seriously. I did try to make that obvious, but... Ah ha ha. I'll try my best to be careful. Leaving only those words behind, Tomitaki-san turned around and left. I didn't really mean to call him an outsider. I wasn't really implying anything when I said that. It was only meant to be a joke, but it felt like I'd said something bad. Jeez, man. Oh, this town's got an issue, hasn't it? Keiichi-kun! Was waiting for you. Let's try our best today. I understood what Tomitaki... Fuck! I did try and look up a pronunciation for this name. Let's try again now, quickly. Tomitake-san. Let's just go for Tomitake. I can't find a pronunciation, I'm sorry. And I'm kind of scared to look too closely, because just putting in Tomitake pronunciation, I'm already getting a couple of results from like the Higurashi Reddit, and it's like, I can't fucking go on there. If I go on there, then I'll start getting fucking Higurashi on my Reddit feed, and that'll be it then. Like, you know, it'll be just spoilers, and it's spoilers for a game that's like years and years old, so I can't even complain, really, you know? I mean, I can. That's why I'm saying no spoilers. So actually, no, I retract that remark. I can complain, but, you know, if Reddit doesn't know the, you know, the complexities of that name, and it will just fucking put whatever. But anyway, we understood what Tomitake-san was trying to say. Somebody gallivanting around while waving an axe was certainly dangerous. Would certainly seem dangerous. You should cover the axe with something when you have it in public. It's not good to carry it around out in the open like that. Seems like I lost it, so there isn't one. What do you mean you lost it? You lost the cover to the axe? Will you use it often? Don't answer that. Thinking about it, there was really no need to try and keep up appearances. Everyone in Hinamizawa probably already knew about Rina's eccentricities. She's probably the only person who could carry an axe around Hinamizawa and not be considered suspicious. Are you sure about that? Ah well, let's finish this today. We bust through that last beam, we should be able to pull him out. Got everything I need. Leave it to me. Okay. I took the axe from Raina and made my way up the unstable slope. Just wait, Colonel Sanders. Oh, just wait, Colonel Sanders. Keiichi-kun will save you. Alright, get back. Finish this in one go. This is where we find the severed arm, isn't it? Like, just buried in all the trash. A solid thwack rang out through Hina Mizawa as if the job were being done by a lumberjack. How is it? Think you can do it? If it looks too hard, you don't have to strain yourself. If I can break through this, then we'll be good. I have plenty of power today. I can do it. But this adversary was more formidable than I expected. First of all, I'd never used an axe before. During a school camping trip, I had wanted to split the wood, but I lost at rock, paper, scissors and wasn't able to do it. Because the spot where I was standing was so unstable, I soon became tired and decided to take a break. Raina had already spread out a tarp and laid out some tea and sweets. We're having a picnic in the scrapyard. I'm fine. I'm almost there. I'll make sure Raina can give Colonel Sanders a goodnight kiss tonight. Yeah, thanks. Giving Colonel Sanders a goodnight kiss. Oh. Come to think of it, Raina, you're a transfer student too, right? Where did you live before? I asked her nonchalantly while drinking tea. I had thought she'd lived here all her life. In Kanto. It wasn't as rural as it is out here, but it was still out in the countryside. Why did you move here? To Hinamizawa, I mean. You know, this is pretty far out in the boonies. Why did you move here? Does it have to do with your dad's work? Dad said he wanted to move out to a studio. He's been saying for a while that somewhere deep in the mountains like this would be perfect. Studio? Is your father an artist or something? He paints scenery. Seems that twice a year he opens a gallery for the stuff he does. When he started, his works were displayed in an industry plaza in Tokyo, but now they're exhibited in the Makuhari Messe. Wow, he's quite a, involved art. Well, I mean, obviously he's quite an involved artist. I mean, in terms of financials, because we live off of his art career, but, yeah, he's getting displayed all over the place. I'm glad we're getting to explain this to someone so people don't think we're fucking rich and living in a mansion. But this was a very effective topic change. Don't think I didn't notice that. We asked why you moved here, and you were just like, well, why did you move here? How about you? He's determined to have them displayed in the Waterfront International Exhibition Hall. That's amazing. Let me see them next time. I was too embarrassed to tell her that I didn't know what kind of pictures my father painted. Well, eventually I would. I picked myself up while giving some vague answers. But you transferred in the middle of the semester, didn't you? Wasn't that a hassle? Not really. I was getting bored of the city anyway. I was trying to get answers from Raina, but I ended up being the one giving out all the answers. Yeah, well, at least you kind of noticed. With a bit of a wry smile on my face, I grabbed the handle of the axe and headed back to the worksite. The air grew colder as the sun slowly set. The Higurashi began their song as if to tell me to stop and head home for the day. Just a bit more. Today I would end it. When I first started, I chatted with Raina as I worked, but now I didn't have that luxury. Yeah, you little... Damn it! I'd swung the axe countless times today just like this. Contact. Shards of wood splintered. The assailants butchered the victim's body with hatchets and pickaxes. I recalled that passage from the tabloid. One hit with something like this would smash someone's head in. Axes and pickaxe are not meant to be swung at people ever. With one last swing, the beam cracked apart. The weight I put behind the axe not only split the beam, but smashed the statue's shoulder as well. The arm came off with a sickening sound. It clattered down noisily, stopping at my feet. Well, first of all, shit, sorry, Raina, we fucked up the Colonel Sanders, but secondly, why do I have a really, really, really bad feeling all of a sudden? A really bad feeling. I don't want to click ahead. I don't want to click ahead. I don't want to do it. I don't want to click ahead. I can't explain it. I can't. I mean, like, I'm in some. Fuck. I'm in, like, fight or flight. Okay, give me a minute. Ah. What's the matter? Are you hurt? Sorry. The figure's arm. Broke it off. Oh, that's all. I thought Keiichi couldn't hurt himself. I probably had a really guilty look on my face. Rada said that without a hint of dismay as she smiled. Just need to tape it back on and put a coat over him. Nobody'll even notice. I see. Let's pull him out then. Can you get that side? Okay. Seems they haven't been able to find one of the arms, you see. I laughed dryly at how pathetic I was for considering the arm flopping down and rolling to my feet to be such a bad omen. Both Raina and Mion knew how sickening that incident was, so they pretended that they didn't know. I had looked it up all by myself, and shamefully enough I was scared. You're pathetic, Keiichi Maibara. Alright, mate, Raina. Let's do this in one go. Ready, and... Whoa! We did it! We did it, Keiichi-kun! Yay! The right time to give 3 cheers. That moment of 2 days of work bearing fruit. He who was brought to Hinazawa covered in filth to meet his end. Instead, we were able to welcome him back. You're pretty lucky, Colonel Sanders. Your new master is a pretty decent person. Ah, Colonel Sanders. He really is cute. It didn't matter that he was dirty. Raina nuzzled him cheerfully with her cheek. I was dead tired, but seeing Raina's happy face made it all worth it. I'll help you carry it back. It'd be bad if it gets dark. Yeah, right. I really want to thank you, Keiichi-kun. I won't forget this. Think real hard about what you'll do to repay me, okay? Whoa, I wonder what kind of repayment. I wonder. But now I just hold back my evil cackle. We were ready to take it to our house, but we couldn't go like this. We rolled the statue up in the tarp and lifted him. We're now going to be seen walking through the town with a body in a tarp carrying an axe. Great. And so, yeah, Jack and Jill went down the hill carrying a human-sized bag and an unsheathed axe. I prayed that we wouldn't run into Tomitaki-san. If he saw us here and took a picture, we'll need to get rid of him. Lol. Hey, you know what? Hey, I take it back. We're not in any danger. If there are murderers in this town, we fit in just fine. Is that meant to be a warning for an outsider like me? Something struck me as odd about the words of Tomitaki-san, unable to grasp my sense of humour had left behind. Yeah, that is odd, isn't it? New tips. What kind of name is Rena? We got a new tip. Let's find out about Reina's name, I guess. Reina's not here. Do you know where she is, Keiichi? Huh? She was just there, actually. Hey, Mion, where did Reina go? Reina? Didn't she go to the bathroom? She did say that she'd been having bowel troubles lately. I hadn't heard anything about that. Satoko, do you know where Reina went? Reina, you say? I just passed her in the hallway. Reina had class duties today, so she's off to water the flower bed. Ah, it was Reina's turn for class duty. That's very much appreciated. Reina, Reina, Reina. Upon hearing it repeatedly, a thought came to mind. It's rude to say this about someone, but it was a weird name. It was like a foreigner's name. What kind of name is Reina, I wonder? What kind of kanji does her name use? Reina is her nickname. She has a proper name as well. What, really? I was sure that Reina Ryugu was her full name. Well, I can understand you making that mistake since we only call her Reina. She even signs her name as Reina. It's like it's her real name in school. I wonder what her real name is. Let's ask her when she comes back. Satoko and Rika-chan looked at each other. You don't need to ask her. We'll tell you what it is. It's the Rei from Ore and the Na from Nara. Her real name is Reina Ryugu. Reina, is it? So it's read out as Reina instead of Reina? That's a pretty interesting reading. No, that's not it. Reina is the correct way. Reina had told us that she wanted us to call her Reina. So we call her Reina. Hey, Chan. Reina is Reina, you know. Only strangers call her Reina. Right, hold on a minute. Rena, I guess? Rena? Fuck. 1 minute. Now this is going to be a scary one. Rena? Okay, right, we need to start calling her Rena, I think. I don't want to dead name Rena. You get where this is going? I understood what Mion was saying. It didn't matter what her real name was. Only what names we used between us. Hell yeah! Trans rights! Reina Ryugu is Rena. She's nobody other than that. So I was thinking, if I had a nickname, would you call me by that? If it's good. So what do you want to be called? Con man. Rena then came back into the classroom. One of the juniors near the door told Rena people were looking for her. What's this now? Who was looking for me, I wonder? I wonder. Seeing that, both Mion and I sneered. Bailiff! Ryugu doth show herself! Gan man, you're quite sinister. Wah wah wah. What is this? What is this? Keiichi-kun and Mi-chan are evil bailiffs? A con man? Damn you, Renanosuke Ryugu. Today doth be when thou meetest thy maker. Have it thee. Wah? Wah? Suke-san, Kaku-san, show them what for. Aye aye, sir. I expect my fee to be paid to my Swiss bank account. What the fuck? These fucking children, man. They're wild. Since it's come to this, we have no choice. We'll just have a grand battle with 5 people. Reina's fierce punches exploded in the proper timing. Rena's fierce punches exploded in the proper timing to take out the seal. The evil that was Mion and myself was vanquished in the end. I do hope that Reina does go on a journey to make the world a better place. How about heading to Nagata show? My destination is decided by where the cute stuff gathers. The toll of the bell signaled that break time was over. Come on, Keiichi-kun, Mi-chan. Teacher's coming. I took Rena's hand and stood up. It was just as the teacher had entered the classroom. Just one more hour. Man, oh man. Got to buckle down for one more. Ah, that was a nice chilled out chapter after the horror of chapter 3. Well, not even... You know what? I keep on overstating it. Chapter 3, it wasn't even the horror of chapter 3. That was just some things were being revealed. The horror's barely even begun yet. We're still in the setup, but my point is that nothing scared the shit out of me like chapter 3 did. So, you know, it'll be fine. But, yeah, there's definitely increasing indications that quote-unquote outsiders to the town of Hinamazawa are in danger. So we kind of better do our best to not be an outsider.